Okay, so we're gonna just be comfortable with a budget. Matt Miller's gonna make fun of this. So, PC, who's our prosecuting columnist?
Can I be?
No, you can't be anything. Put your hand down. Okay, we'll just start now.
Please state your name for the record
Alan Greenspan,
and your position, please.
Chairman of the Federal Reserve.
Would it be fair to say, Mr. Greenspan, that your position arguably makes you the most powerful economic voice on the planet?
Some might say that.
Yes, it must impose an immense sense of responsibility. Now, Mr. Greenspan, you are aware that we are running record deficits in the neighborhood of 500 billion,
Of course.
and that atop these current budget shortfalls, there is an estimated 25 trillion in unfunded liabilities in Social Security and Medicare.
Yes, these are major problems that the nation needs to face.
I see. Yet you have said what we should not revisit. Wait, said we should not revisit President Bush's tax cuts, mostly aimed at the wealthiest Americans, in order to put our fiscal house in order. Indeed, you argue that we should make those tax cuts permanent in ways that would dig our fiscal hole deeper.
I wouldn't put it that directly,
But that's the gist. May I remind the witness that he is under oath?
yes, that's the gist.
Your position, if I may decode the gobbledygook you recently uttered before Congress, is that we should move toward budget sanity only by cutting or slowing the growth of planned government spending. Is that right?
That's correct.
Mr. Greenspan, do you recognize the data in this table, which, with the court's permission, I shall mark the only exhibit you or any of us need to cut through this flim-flam?
Yes, it shows federal spending and federal revenue as a share of GDP. That is as compared with the size of the economy.
Precisely. Now, can you tell the court, Mr. Greenspan, on that table, what federal spending averaged the share of GDP under President Reagan and Bush the Elder?
22%.
And President Bush plans to keep the federal spending around what level in years ahead?
Just under 20%.
For the record, Mr. Greenspan, is 20 less than or greater than 22?
Here's my pen.
Objection!
Overruled. The witness will answer the question.
Less than, but
And so President Bush is spending less relative to the size of the economy than did his father or Mr. Reagan. Now, will you please tell the court what revenue was as a share of GDP before the current Mr. Bush took office?
about 20%.
And this year?
And just under 16%.
Let the record also show that revenue under 16% of GDP is lower than at any time since 1950. That is, before Social Security was phased in for most seniors and before Medicare and Medicaid were invented. Mr. Greenspan, aren't these programs that Republicans vote for and indeed expand every year, and which they have shown no inclination to treat in ways that would
Yes.
come close to restoring fiscal sanity?
Yes, but
Isn't it therefore the height of irresponsibility and conclusive proof of what can only be some secret malign agenda on your part, sir, for you to say this nation must hold revenue at levels below that which would support government activities that the vast majority of Americans support and that even conservatives vote for every day? All in order to give deep tax cuts to those who are already well off, while doing nothing for the 44 million uninsured or tens of millions of working families who live in poverty, or for the teacher crisis plaguing our poor schools. Permission to treat the witness as hostile?
Granted.
Ooh,
what?
hold on.
All right.
Would the witness
PC
like-
punches Greenspan in the mouth. The chairman reels, wipes blood from lower lip, spits out a tooth.
I thought he was a good guy.
Would the witness like to reconsider his position?
Ayn Rand.
To visit spending.
Yeah.
I can't hear you, Mr. Greenspan. Please speak up.
Grover Norquist.
The prosecution rests, Your Honor.
Okay. You've heard of Ayn Rand?
I don't get it.
Ayn Rand is she's written several books. Mainly it's about the overarching theme is that government has limited our freedom. And there's these libertarians, and a favorite of many conservatives is the larger government gets, the more freedom we lose. And Grover Norquist runs oh, are you taping me? Please don't do that.